Hello and welcome to the Cold Coffee Club, a podcast brought to you by Houston Moms. We're here to give you a little bit of that mom-to-mom connection, fun, and conversation amidst all the chaos. Join us as we take a break from doing all the things and explore the wide spectrum of this crazy motherhood role. We'll interview fun guests, talk about cool grown-up topics, laugh, share, and grow together. So go ahead, reheat that coffee and put your feet up. Here we go.
Okay, welcome to the Cold Coffee Club. We're so excited to be here with y'all.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope that your coffee has been microwaved a few times like mine.
Yes, absolutely. So this is a long time coming. Jenny and I have been working on this concept of bringing back the Cold Coffee Club for a while now. Houston Moms did a season one a couple of years ago, and we decided Houston needs this. We need to come back. So we are here. We're so excited to be sharing with y'all, kind of just walking through this journey of motherhood with y'all. So we will go into some intros about us. Jenny, take it away. Tell us who you are and what you do for Houston Moms.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Jenny Eiseminger, and I work for Houston Moms. I'm their social media director, which means that when you follow us on Instagram and see all of our content there and look at our stuff on Facebook, most of the time that comes from my brain, or the images you see come from me. I'm the one posting on Instagram stories. And so you know how sometimes you wonder, like, is there a person behind this? There is. That's me. But I have so much fun with it, and I love engaging with the community and just like chatting with moms all day long. It's really not a bad way to spend the day. But I live in the Katy area, but I'm a lifelong Houstonian. I grew up in like the Cy-Fair part of Houston. And I have two kiddos. I have Ellie, who is in fourth grade, and Jack is in kindergarten. And I've been married to Grant for, we just hit 15 years, which makes me feel like a real grown up. I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, I am really excited to be here, and I love talking to you. So it's going to be a fun one. We got some good stuff planned. Tell us about yourself, my friend.
So I'm Ashley Black. I have been project coordinator for Houston Moms almost a year now. So basically what I do is all the fun guides that you see on the site, like the monthly guides, that's me kind of telling you what's going on in Houston, where you can go, how you can keep you and your kids busy. And then any other sponsored posts, stuff like that. That's typically me behind those. And then I have been a contributor for Houston Moms. This is my second year as a contributor. So I used to write lots of fun, interesting stuff. My goal was to kind of push the envelope whenever I could. So I have a few posts out there that are interesting. I have three boys. Oliver is in third grade. Maverick is kinder first. We're homeschooling, so it's kind of, it's interesting. Yeah. And then Reeve is a preschooler. I'm recently separated, so this has been an interesting ride. 2021 was very interesting. I learned a whole lot about myself. So there's the upside to that one.
Yeah.
And we live in the energy corridor now. We're new to the area. We were in Katy for a few years. I'm originally from Denver. So Katy it's a great place to live, and it's a great place to raise a family. But with things changing, we decided change in scenery was there for us, so we went for it. But yeah, we're thriving. We're figuring stuff out, and it's been an adventure, to say the least.
Yeah. What a season of change across the board for everybody.
Absolutely. But
it's been fun. You touched on something, like, not only, I love how, like you said, I'm in Katy, you're in the energy corridor, and our moms on not only our executive team, but our contributors are all over Houston. We have people in as far as Humble. I think we have somebody down in Clear Lake.
Yeah.
Tons of people in the loop, like in, Houston.
Yes.
But then also, the fact, we have every kind of mom, I feel like, in our group. I mean, we have grandmothers, we have foster parents in our
Yes.
group, we have single moms and people that have kids in college. And, it's just really, people with brand new tiny babies that were just born a
Yes.
couple weeks ago. It's just so
Yes.
fun just to see, like, I feel like we really encapsulate
Absolutely.
all facets of motherhood and all the stories you can bring to that with every experience we kind of bring to the table. And I just love it. I just
Yes,
love it.
absolutely. We have all the moms, all the
Yes.
moms. So Jenny, tell me about how you're doing this week after the holidays, back to school, everything. How are you making it?
The first week they went back to school, I had all these high hopes of like, I am gonna just, they're back at school and I have time to myself and I'm gonna like nail it. And that just did not happen. I was
Not.
like, I think I had all these appointments that I had like scheduled for when they went back to school, and I was trying to get my house back in order, and I was struggling. And I think I was in tears one day, just like, I cannot get anything, when you like, you're trying to get things accomplished and you're just not making a dent. I just felt like I was not making a dent.
Right.
So I felt like a huge failure last week. This week I'm feeling a little better, and just better in the sense that like, there are some surfaces that have been cleared. Things that they got for Christmas have found a home. And
baby steps,
baby steps, work-wise, I think I've recovered a little bit from like the Christmas madness. And I think I'm doing a little bit better in my head than I was last week. So we're doing really well.
That's progress.
Yes. What about you?
It's homeschooling is an adventure. And then I've had to adjust how we do things, because I was realizing the way I was doing certain things was just not working for everyone.
Right.
So we, when I first started homeschooling in 2020, it was very much hands-on. We had all these things scheduled and field trips and yada, yada, yada. Now I'm seeing, yes, keep the field trips, but like, you don't have to do all the things. Like, girl, make them a packet, walk them through it, and let's move along.
Godspeed. Have a great time with that packet.
Yes. I'm
Enjoy
like,
your
we
day.
don't have to have these ridiculous lesson plans where you're prepping stuff and having to like get all kinds of tools. Like, we need a hole puncher and we need glitter and we need string and we need this. Right. It doesn't need to be that way. We can do that every now and then, but
don't ever use glitter. Don't do the glitter.
I love glitter.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's something wrong with me to love glitter.
Gives me a panic attack.
Yes. So we've switched it up a little bit, kind of made it a little more hands off and like, let me help you, but like, you can do this. We're good. It's okay. So, we're adjusting. Yeah. And so we're having a good time there. My boys are with their dad this week, which means I get to get a lot of work done. Nice. So now I'm hanging out chatting with you. Yay. Absolutely. Do you have like a New Year's resolution this year, or are we done with those?
I mean, I think my New Year's resolution is like, I think just trying to, this is going to sound really basic, but like, when you like take something out of like a cabinet or a closet or a drawer, just put it back.
I love it.
That's it. Just put it back.
Good habit building. It works.
Just, when you like take out the bread from the pantry and you're finished with it, put it back in it. Isn't that amazing?
I love it.
I mean, I'm really coming up on something new and exciting.
Look at you.
Just the basics.
Big things happening in 2022.
We're just thinking small, low level goals.
I mean, this is what it's all about. We have these grandiose like resolutions that are just ridiculous.
People are like, I'm gonna run a marathon. I'm like, no, put the bread in the pantry.
Absolutely.
What about you?
Every year I have this kind of generic resolution. Just make this year a little bit better than last year. Like have more moments to laugh and smile more than you did last year. So
amazing.
Last year I didn't smile and laugh that much. So the bar is low.
You're like, we are going to nail it. It's going to be great.
Crushing it already. I love it. Crushing it.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh. So we have kind of a format that we kind of want to follow with our podcast. We have a fun little theme. Since this is called the Cold Coffee Club, everything is sort of related to coffee shop kind of ideas. And so we are going to roll with that until it gets ridiculously annoying, and you're going to love it.
You're going to love it. You're going to like it.
Yes.
You're going to like it. You're going to love it. And we came up with it out of our own imaginations.
Yes.
So if you don't like it, please don't say anything.
Exactly. Keep it to yourself. This is a positive energy area right now. So one of our first categories that we're going to discuss is called Spill the Tea. So this is where Jenny and I get to share our wins and our fails, over the week, and just kind of harp on those for a little bit, really emphasize the wins if we can, because we were chatting before we started the podcast. We had lots of fails to talk about.
So many.
So we're really going to focus on our wins, but we will share our fails. So Jenny, spill the tea for us.
So we'll start with the fail because we're going to end on a high note. But the fail is that my son has really been obsessing over this toy that he wants from Target or from Amazon. Either one is fine with him. He doesn't care where it comes from. He just wants to have it. And so I feel like every day, multiple times a day, he's either asking if we can go to Target or asking if we can get on Amazon. And I've told him multiple times, like, we're not buying this toy right now. Like, we're not just buying it for fun. And I've started to kind of get a little, let's use the word frustrated with him. And he walked into my room the other day and he said, "Hey, Mom." And I just snapped and I said, "If you ask me for that toy right now," and I just kind of went off on him, and that just wasn't what he was going to ask me about. And he looked really sad and dejected and just really sad. And I had to apologize because that was not what he was coming to me for.
Aww.
And I was like, well, okay, well, history has shown that you have really been focused on that one thing. Mommy, sorry.
My bad.
And then a win is that that same child has had a history also of, he has some real big emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, when he is throwing like a little bit of a tantrum or getting upset about something, I feel like we would have said like, "Hey buddy, you need to calm down," or "Don't be upset about this," or ever. And I, through lots of counseling and podcasts and books, we have learned some new methods of how to help him in these tantrums. Which is a great episode idea, by the way.
Yeah.
But we have talked him through it. And so like this week he started to like ramp up, and I used some of those tactics and he immediately calmed down. And like, it took like all of 10 seconds. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's working. So that was really exciting. Just to know, like, we've done the research, we've done the work, we're using these little methods and it's working. So
yes. Oh, that's awesome. That is so exciting.
Yeah. Anyways, how about you?
So,
give me a win and a fail.
So we'll start with the fail.
Yeah.
So I'm always wanting to share like childhood things like that meant something to me with my children. And I'm like, surely y'all will love it too, because I loved it and y'all are like me. That's not the case. Not the case at all. So we had a movie night and the kids all jumped in my bed and it was supposed to be super fun, super exciting. I wanted to show them the movie Labyrinth. Like it's from like oh my gosh. So I was so pumped to show them. I was like, you guys are going to love this. This is epic. It's amazing. We made it like 10 minutes. And they're just like, this is so dumb. Like, why do you like this? And to be fair, it's like slower and it's kind of creepy-ish, kind of. Yeah. And they were just like, this is stupid. Like, why are we watching this?
It's heartbreaking when they don't love the things.
I was so sad.
Oh man.
Like, guys, this is classic. What are you thinking? And they just not fans. So, and I pushed it for like another 5 minutes, and then we ended up watching Encanto, which is amazing anyway. So I was like, yay, okay.
It's so good.
But I really wanted them to appreciate what I love. And it didn't happen.
I will say my daughter did like Father of the Bride. So that one, I mean, I know you have boys and they probably won't love it as much, but I was like, if you don't like this movie, I will sob. And she liked it. So
good. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, well, now what's your win?
My win is for Christmas, as like a little Christmas surprise, I got my kids a puppy. Mainly because I really wanted a puppy, but that's neither here nor there. And she's a Maltipoo, so she's really little and really fluffy, and they adore her. Like, I have to pry her out of their hands because she's like, it's my turn, and they carry her like a baby, and I'm like, she can walk. Like, you can put her down. Her name is Poppy.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And she is so cute, and she's doing really well with potty training. There are very few accidents. For the most part, she's doing well. Every now and then it's like, I just took you out, and then she just pees. I'm like, yeah, where did that come from? But she's doing really well. She gets along with our dog Luna, and they're loving her. Oh my gosh. But it's just like constant. And we bought her a couple little onesies. And so we're obsessed with getting her dressed, and she has diapers because I really hate the accidents. And so they put diapers on her, and they think it is just the funniest thing. So I'm like, I love that y'all love this.
Well, and I love, like, as you were saying, like your whole goal for 2022 is to smile more and have more fun. And look, you have like ready-made a perfect reason for that to happen, because you know that like you're going to smile more and have more fun. Like a little puppy around.
Yes, she's so sweet.
I love it.
Oh gosh, it's a blast. It's a blast. So, keeping in theme with our coffee thoughts and everything. So our next category, or that thing that we're going to discuss, is cream and sugar. So this is where we make our recommendations for the Houston area, things that we are just loving doing, places we're loving to visit, and that we want to share with you guys. So Jenny, tell us what your cream and sugar is for this week for the Houston Moms community.
Well, I normally like to pick something a little more central, but I love this so much, I have to share it. It's all the way out in Katy. So if you're more in the loop, sorry, you're going to have to take a field trip. We stumbled upon a new restaurant. And when I say stumbled upon, I mean, a woman came to our car and like coaxed us into this brand new restaurant. The sweet lady came to us speaking in Spanish, which I do not speak Spanish, but I did make out a few words. And basically there's a new restaurant that was opening. It's a Colombian Latin fusion restaurant. And it was her son's restaurant. She doesn't even work there. She was just visiting from Colombia. Oh, wow. And like got us to come inside. And we were the only people there because it just opened. And we had like essentially like a private chef experience. The food at this restaurant is so good. And apparently they've had a restaurant in Colombia for 30 years. It's still open. Like it's still there. They just brought all the recipes here. I was like, why Katy, Texas? But all right.
Why not?
All right, let's go. But it's called Cricos, Kricos. Cricos House is the name of the restaurant. And it is on Kingsland. It's by Katy Mills Mall. And I will be going back again and again and again and again. And it was amazing. And it was like a gift was given to our family with this food. So please go to Cricos.
We're going to record an episode there. I feel like we just need to go and like set up shop there.
And just like people just listen to us. Like they go, this is so good.
Yes.
All right. What's your cream and sugar?
Oh gosh. Oh, now I'm like thinking about food. I can't even focus. That sounds amazing. Yes. Oh gosh. So my cream and sugar. So I love arcade games. I'm super competitive. I love to win. And so a friend of mine took me to Cidercade, and it's downtown, and it is a giant arcade. And okay, the big selling point is that they have all kinds of ciders and beers and all kinds of
Awesome.
so good. Like, I love a good beer. I love a good cider. I am on board. So the fact that I get to have a couple beers and play a bunch of games for $10, you can play as long as you want, play every game over and over and over again until there's a line forming and it's just rude to keep playing. Love it. I've gone there like 4 or 5 times. I've gone by myself. I've gone with friends. I've taken my kids once. So much fun.
I love that.
For $10, you can just play all day long. So
That's
I went
huge.
there. It was so much fun. I went there one weekend, and there was a lady celebrating her 40th birthday there, just like, because after 8 o'clock it turns into just all adults. And
I was wondering, like, is there a time where it like switches where the kids
so I believe it's at 8 o'clock, and so it's just adults, and she was just having a blast for her 40th birthday. I'm like, brilliant. I love that idea.
That's so fun.
It is so much fun. And when I took my kids, I showed them Pac-Man, and they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then I schooled them on air hockey. Because I don't let them win.
Now, okay, and is it just arcade games, or is there like a pool table or things like, is there other kind of games, or is it really just kind of like arcade?
It's mostly arcade games, but there's like basketball, and there's
yeah. Okay,
and then,
perfect.
And then
that's awesome.
the air hockey, all that kind of stuff. But most, like, there's old school games, and there's like newer. There's what is that? The Walking Dead. There's like a game that you like go in, you sit inside of it and shoot zombies. So much fun.
That's fun. And is there food?
There's not food inside, but a lot of times they'll have like food trucks park out in the back, and in the parking lot. So so it is a hoot. I forgot though that I kind of get anxiety playing games, because a lot of these games are so, like, The Walking Dead is very immersive, and you're like in a booth, and I'm like panicking, shooting stuff that doesn't exist. I'm like freaking out.
There's a zombie. Yes.
I get so like anxious.
I'm sure.
I forgot I felt that way. But yes, so much fun. And it's a blast to just act like a big kid, and then also drink beer because you're a grown-up too. So
it's like the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So much fun.
All right.
Do you want to explain what our Houston Moms House Blend is?
Yes. So if you're not familiar, Houston Moms every day puts out amazing content on our website from our contributors, where we have a team of writers that write amazing content that covers, the whole gamut of topics. And we are so thankful for, I learned so much from these women. It's amazing the things that I learned from them. And so what we're going to do is each episode, Ashley and I are going to share with you our favorite article or blog post that the girls have posted in the last week or two, and share why we love it. And we will put in our show notes links to these things. So if you want to go read it, you can click on it and take if it sounds interesting to you, you can go read some things and read all the other stuff that's there too.
Yeah. They're literally, when you say Houston Moms covers the gamut, like I was shocked when I found Houston Moms when I first moved here, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is insight to the whole mom world in Houston. I learned so much from our contributors, so it's really exciting to share their work. So do you have a favorite post for this week that you just love?
Yeah, I just was very thankful. So Danny is one of our writers, and she is a former medical professional that actually just became a stay-at-home mom. She's staying home for a little bit with her 2 little girls, but her husband works in an emergency room, and she just wrote an amazing post about why right now it's really important to donate blood, the importance of it right now, the need for it, but also not only that, she included some resources about where to find blood donation location right now near you and numbers and websites and all kinds of things. So if you are someone that has the ability to give blood, please do so. And if you go to the link in our show notes, you can go figure out where to go and what you need to know about it. And she just really lays it out really crystal clear there, right there. So we are thankful for Danny and her husband and all the hard work that he is doing in emergency rooms. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for him and what he's doing, and thankful for all of our medical professionals right now. But one way we can help as a community is to donate blood. So what about you? What's one of your favorites this week?
Yeah, so this week I'm really digging into reading more, and I recently got into some romance novels. I've been having kind of a lot of fun with those, and so Kim, our contributor Kim, wrote her Friday favorites post. It's titled "The Best Contemporary Romances for Your 2022 Reading List," and I have been skimming the list and just kind of putting books on hold at the local library because I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Ooh, I like that too. Oh gosh, I have to read that one. Like, there are so many just fun books that you just have to check out, and I love getting lost in a book. I love just exploring different writers that a lot of them I never heard of. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. Add that to the list. And so she has a great list of romance novels. And, you know, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. We need a little romance. So I'm excited. It's been a lot of fun digging into her list. So definitely check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think we said we'd always end with another, again, sticking with our theme, and hold on to your hats because this one's a cheese ball. But we're going to end with a see you later caffeinator. And what that is where we're going to share a little fun fact to send you off on your day. And I think most of the time we're going to fun fact or quote or something like that, but just a little send off. And it's going to be normally about motherhood or parenting. And so what I have found for us today, I just bumped my microphone. What I have found for us today, let me pull it up in my handy dandy phone here. Okay, this is so cool. But it says that it's a study by Pew Research. Sorry, there's a loud car driving by my window. Pew Research Center says that the majority of women aged 40 to 44 who have earned a PhD have also given birth. So what it says is that in 2014, 80% of women aged 40 to 44 with a PhD or professional degree had given birth, which the cool part is that is up from 65% in 1994. So it's 80% in 2014 and it was 65% in 1994. So women that are professional are more and more increasingly also mothers. And I really love that. I love that we have professional women in, whether it's universities or, just in doctoral fields that also experience motherhood, because I just think that obviously I think we are represented a lot in the world. And I love that so much.
Yeah. And it shows that we can literally do it all.
Amazing. Yes.
We are powerhouses. I love it.
And those women are tired, but that's okay.
They are exhausted, but
give
they're crushing it. Look at them go.
Give them all a raise.
Right? Well, folks, that is our first episode of this new season of the Cold Coffee Club. We hope you'll be joining us week after week. We have all kinds of fun things to share with y'all, all kinds of interesting stuff going on in Houston that we'd love to share with you. So please keep tuning in. We are so excited to be here.
All right, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Cold Coffee Club, brought to you by Houston Moms. We wish you a fabulous week with your families and look forward to sharing many more cups of cold coffee with you.